Family engagements.
Welcome to the broadcast and live stream of Moonshot Radio. Moonshot Radio is generously sponsored by the PNC Grow Up Great program. And here's your host, Dr. Nivea Torres.
Greetings and welcome to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, also known as KRC. Our vision is that all children in Indian River County will be ready for kindergarten. We proudly partner with the Moonshot Movement, who is transforming the next generation in Indian River County by having 90% of all students reading on grade level by the third grade. Joining me today in the studio from the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative is Nikki Boswell and a KRC parent, Marisha Coakley. Welcome.
Hi. Hello.
I'm so excited that you both are here joining me today. Nikki, I'll start with you. You've been on the show before. Let's let our viewers and our audience hear a little bit about what you do at KRC.
Well, hello. Again, my name is Nikki Boswell. I am the Family Engagement Specialist in Gifford, and my office is located at Victory Park. I've been there over a year on site. My duties are to just engage with the families, show them, encourage them, motivate them, and mostly of all, it's just to point them out that they are their child's first teacher. And I do that as far as I go in to build a relationship. Building that relationship, sometimes it's over months. Sometimes it could be over days, but it's just depend on the parent itself. And once I get in, I just be their navigator to say which way they should go if they need anything to make it more easier be their child's teacher.
Nikki, you mentioned something that's so important, trust, and making sure that our families feel comfortable with us, ultimately that they welcome us into their home so that we can help their little ones get ready for kindergarten. Now, you mentioned Victory Park Apartments, and I understand that that's a partnership that you were able to get with the Housing Authority, correct?
Yes, it was actually, it was amazing how it happened. I started with her like 2 summers ago, and she was like, okay, let's just try it. And as we began to do it, the families will come out. And so at the end of the summer, she was like, well, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I'll see you next summer. And she was like, well, I think that it was a good outcome. Let's have a space on site for you. And it was not even like a month. She was like, I have an apartment available for you. I want you to get started. And it has been a blessing, not just for KRC, but for the families as well in Victory Park.
So you're on site, and we want to thank Miss Green for the Housing Authority, who really opened the space for us to be there and to develop trust with families. And I know Wayne is bringing up the website, so if families are interested in learning more about the program specifically in Gifford, they can go to krcirc.org and visit our website and learn more. But now I want to talk to this young lady here, Marisha.
Hi.
Hi, Marisha, because Marisha is actually one of your parents who lives in Victory Park, correct?
Correct.
Now tell me how you met Marisha, and then I want to ask Marisha a little bit about your relationship.
Marisha, it was funny because I happened to actually be at another parent house. And I saw her with her kids, and I was like, who is she? And so I didn't directly, go into her apartment right away. So I was like, the more time I was going to the other parent house, I was seeing her more and more. So I was like, you know what? This is the time. It took a year.
A year?
Actually, a year before me and Marisha actually got connected. When I went over there, she had small kids and she was doing homeschooling. And I was like, so you're not going to put them in school? She's like, no. And I began to talk to I think it was 2 of the kids. And she was doing an amazing job. So I was like, but they could be in school, you can have the time for you. And she was like, no. So it was like, I want to say maybe twice a month. You ready? And she was like, no. So after that year's term, she actually moved to a different apartment. I was going looking for her. She moved. It was like, oh, she's just right around the corner. I was like, point it out. So when I went there, it was like the perfect timing. I'm like, are you ready? She was like, I think I'm ready. And ever since then, we have had an amazing connect. I call her one of my girls, SKRC.
Well, that's wonderful, but it really references what you said before about trust, because you need to have that trust. So share with us, Marisha. Nikki says it took a year to build that trust and for you to open the doors of your home. Tell us a little bit about how that relationship developed.
I mean, it wasn't so easy because I don't trust my kids with everybody. So I'm very protective. I was in mama bear mode. I was like, who is this lady coming trying to get my babies?
And so insistently, because I know she can be
very persistent.
Yes.
But overall, I had one of my babies getting ready to start kindergarten. And she came and she visited me, and I told her that, my son, Zachariah, who's now he's 6. And I told her that, hey, he's starting school. She said, what do you need? And so I told her, she came to my house with a whole printer just to make a copy. No, I'm sorry, not a printer, a copier, just to make a copy of his birth certificate, everything I needed to get him started. And it was such a relief because I wasn't used to having that help. And when, just moving to Gifford, we didn't know anybody. We didn't know anybody. So for her to come and just, go out of her way, it meant a lot to me. So I kind of just, let that door open just a little bit more. Then my kids got to know her and things like that. And now they call her TT Nikki.
She's part of the family now, Marisha.
She's part of the family, yeah.
Well, we are so happy to be able to hear about that, because ultimately we want to make sure that you and your babies are getting the support and the help that they need, and that they're successful in school. Now, right before we got on the air, we were having a conversation also about other services that Nikki has been able to connect you with. And I want to spend some time talking about that, because one of them is about mental health. And that's something that's very important to our communities and our families. Talk to us a little bit about that, Marisha.
She came to the group one day and she was just like, I want to have a therapist come in. Right off rip, we're all like, what do you mean?
We don't know about that, yeah.
So when we met Miss Lakeisha, she was so down to earth. It was awesome. And at the end of the day, like I say, no one's going to get help if they're not ready. By then, she met me at such a vulnerable place because, my husband just walked out on us. I'm taking care of 7 babies by myself. So when she came in and she offered to help, I jumped on it. I was ready. I was tired, So I've been in therapy for about a year now, and it has helped tremendously. I have my 4 older kids in therapy as well, and they're doing pretty good with that as well. It's just been a big help. I met my dad after 32 years, and that's just been a blessing, getting to know aunts that I never knew, cousins. It's weird, but it's been a blessing.
Wow, and this has been all of this has been a result because of the therapy and the support that you're receiving, Marisha?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's truly, truly very powerful. Thank you for sharing.
I tell everybody, go get therapy, for real. Please go get it. If you're ready, go get it.
We were talking before about the stigma with mental health, particularly in some of our communities. And we want to make sure that people understand that mental health is just as important as blood pressure, diabetes. You take care of these things, right?
Yes.
You monitor all these things, but we don't monitor our mental state. How are we feeling and how our children are feeling? And thank you for being so open and so vulnerable in sharing your story and the fact that the help came at a moment in time when you really needed.
Yes, ma'am, it did.
You really needed that. So thank you. You mentioned someone. I want to make sure that I give kudos and a shout out to Lakeisha. Lakeisha Irwin is from Sequel Care.
Yes.
And she provides support in Gifford, Nikki?
Yes, she does an amazing job. She just not do it as individual. She will come in and also have group session just with the parents. And you know, I'm jumping in, I'm taking advantage with she come in too. So hey, we all benefit from it, and it's just amazing that she make you so comfortable that you want to just release everything that's in you. Yes. The girls have really, took advantage of it, you know, and it's like, when is the next one, you know? That really helped me. And when she come with a topic. And some of the girls at some point in time, they was like, did you tell her? And I'm like, no, I didn't tell her. She just, you know, automatically just came with these topics. And it's just helped the girls go home and say, you know what? I can make it. I am somebody. And it was, you know, that was some of the feedback the girls would come back and tell me. And again, Marisha can speak more about it than me. You know, they're taking it advance of it, but she's one of the parents that's always asking, when is the next one? She's coming back. So again, Marisha, if she would like to just go on the group ones, because sometimes individual, you sometimes limited. But when you get among other moms that's probably going through the same thing you're going through or have overcome, it makes it easier for you to be like, oh, I'm not in it alone.
Yes.
You know, so.
You're going through the journey together, right,
yes,
Marisha?
That's exactly how I felt. Like, just to hear, like, at first when I went in, of course, you know, you're quiet because you don't want to put yourself out there. But just listening to everybody, it's like, I went through that. You know what I mean? So it kind of just gave you, like, a sisterhood. It did. Miss Lakeisha, one of her favorite things that I love that she says is when we do check-in. And she asks you how you're doing. And she said, but you can't say I'm okay and you can't say I'm good. She said she really wants you to sit and think about it and then answer. And then we would do something called check out. After, you know, discussing whatever the topic was, she want to know where you at mentally. And it was just amazing.
That's very powerful. Well, Lakeisha, I said this to you earlier, but I'll say it again on the air. What I sense from you, what is emanating is power and strength, really. You should be very proud of yourself and your journey. And I thank you so much for sharing this story. Words of wisdom for people who are listening right now. Sign up, right?
Yes,
and join the group, please.
Yes.
And if people are interested, who are in Gifford, who are in Victory Park, or maybe they don't reside in Victory Park, but they are in the Gifford area and they want to join these support groups, just like Marisha, how should they contact you, Nikki?
They just, they can go on Facebook again as they put up the website. They can call me, and my number is 772-453-6987. Feel free. It's just like, you know, you go to schools. I have an open door policy. If I can help you, I'm going to do all that I can to help you, because at the end, when I help you, you're actually helping me, because I'm reaping the benefit as well when I see someone else succeed and accomplish in life.
And we're helping the entire community, which is what we want. Right. We're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
At the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, our vision is for every parent, regardless of income or zip code, to have the knowledge and tools they need to raise healthy children that are prepared for kindergarten. Our mission is to support our partners in developing a high-quality early childhood system that is family-centered. Our outreach and parent engagement specialists connect with families and build trusted relationships. KRC has chosen Fellsmere and Gifford as our two focus areas in Indian River County. Our Fellsmere office is located downtown in the city annex, and our new Gifford office is located within Victory Park Apartments. Our administrative offices are now located adjacent to Healthy Start and Treasure Coast Community Health in Vero Beach. The Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, developing a high-quality early childhood system for all children in Indian River County.
Everyday activities are great for finding moments for talking and teaching new words. Babies' brains grow 80% in the first 18 months of life. As parents and your baby's first teacher, you can help build their brain with language and literacy skills. Involve the whole family. Ask questions. The more words babies hear, the larger their vocabulary can grow. Support early childhood education by talking, reading, singing, and family engagement. This message has been brought to you by PNC Grow Up Great and the Florida Grade Level Reading Campaign.
Today on HBTV, Kip and Rosanna are taking on the Baker Project.
Okay, Rosie, I did my part. Time now for your finishing touches, bro.
I've got lots of good ideas, babe. So it's off to Habitat Restore to shop for the perfect staging. Oh my goodness, that couch and that chair will go really great in their new open family room.
And Ro, looky there. This is a French door I envisioned for the home office.
And I found some accent pieces to go around the fireplace. I also fell in love with this European look bedroom set. And would you look at that armoire?
Good job, Ro. I can't wait.
We still need the right dining room set. What about that one over there?
Holy smokes. You nailed it, Rosanna Dana. Can't wait to see the look on their faces.
Indian River Habitat for Humanity Restore is the store that builds houses as it builds strength, stability, and self-reliance. It's the place to shop, donate, and volunteer to ensure everyone has a decent place to live. 4580 North US 1 Vero Beach. Restore at irchabitat.org.
Welcome to Vero Beach Cleaning, a complete home and office cleaning service that fits your needs and attends to your specific special instructions. Call now to schedule your free in-home estimate at 772-564-7839 or contact us through verobeachcleaning.com. 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 verobeachcleaning.com.
Very funny, Stu. No kidding. I'm Donna Roberts Mitchell, and Vero Beach Cleaning does my home every other week, and I love them. Vero Beach Cleaning.
It's fun, it's free, it's Farm Day at Audrey's Feed and Tap, February 22nd from 9 to 3. Whether you own horses or you're just a wannabe urban chicken farmer, come see and learn from the experts. Audrey's is rolling out their fab and fun sidewalk sale too. Prize giveaways every 15 minutes, including tickets to great attractions. Farmers, come get feed samples while they last. Kids, come see the baby chicks. Refreshments too. Saturday, February 22nd for the whole family. 66th Ave and Oslo Road. Audrey's. See updates on Facebook.
We're back to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres from KARC. And joining me today in the studio are Nikki and Marisha.
Hi.
Welcome back, ladies. Nikki, thank you for joining us. You are the Family Engagement Specialist
Thanks for having me.
in Gifford, right? And Marisha is one of our parents, or
Yes,
one of
ma'am.
our KRC parents. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
During the first segment, we were talking about your role in Victory Park Apartments. That's where your office is located. And Marisha was sharing her experience in getting support from you and also from one of our partners, Sequel Care. And we were talking
ma'am.
about the importance of mental health. Let's talk now about literacy and how we can get our little ones ready for kindergarten, because that is so important. Why is this work so important, Nikki? And I know you do something at Dodgertown.
It's so important because of the fact that going into kindergarten, they have to know so many words. Their vocabulary has to be so high. We look back 20 years ago, they wasn't expected to know so much. But now what they expected to know now is when they're like third grade, 20 years ago. So it's so important. Everybody look at literacy as far as just say, oh, I got to sit down, I got to do letters, but just talking and communicating with your child is so important. Just getting them into the point of talking, explaining themselves, asking questions, because once you do that and you begin to read, you want to have understanding. And if they started small with the understanding, it'll be so easy for them to get the concept of when they read and they have a question, oh, they got the understanding because they can relate to it. We host a parenting engagement, again, because I'm the family engagement specialist. So it's all about engaging. It's not about me coming in and taking your role. It's not about me sitting dictating your role. It's just, hey, what can we do that we can come together, make it fun, make it easier, and make your child be successful. Again, I'm just a cheerleader. I'm just the one in the background, giving things, motivating you, prompting you to be that person. As far as that importance to your child, the child's first. teacher. One of our partnership is at Dodgertown Elementary, and we host. It's called a Learn to Play class. Again, learn to play to learn. Play while you learn while you play. What we do is we don't just come and say, okay, do this. We bring in guest speakers so you know why you're doing what you're doing, so that once you know, you take ownership of it, because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And when they leave every night, they leave for an activity. But when they come and get their belly fills. We feed our families first. We want them to interact with other families. And once we get that, we bring our speaker in. Once the speaker complete, then we break up and we just give an activity that relates the speakers of the night.
So I understand that these Learn to Play sessions take place at Dodgertown Elementary once a month, and the next one is February 24th on a Monday.
Yes.
And you start with a community dinner that starts at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And then from 6:30 to 7:30 is the model lesson, and you're dividing the little ones in 0 to 2, and then 3 to 5, correct?
Correct.
For model lessons.
Yes. And the model lessons from birth to 2-year-olds to 3-year-olds is with Healthy Start. That's another partner. Again, we are an organization. We don't come and try to take away from other partners. We want to bring our partners, so we work together to make it successful. So we want to bring in people that, they're more educated than I am, to come and say, you know what, I'll do it. And the partnership with Healthy Start has been amazing, because you know what, I don't have to be worried running over here to the birth, it's 3-year-old, and coming over here. I know it is covered because they are professionals and they know what they're doing.
Well, that's really important. And we've been seeing some images from the Learn to Play sessions that are rotating on the screen. This is what normally happens on a Monday night. There are a lot of interactive activities. Families are engaged in those interactive activities. They're getting a book also for their home library, correct? We always make sure we get them a book.
Yes. It's always whatever they are giving that night. It's always has to be a reflection when they come back the following month. So they're not just getting it just to be getting it. Again, we talk about it. We always have like demonstration. Can you tell us what you did or how your outcome came out just from what we have given them? Because again, we want our parents to be knowledgeable of everything that they are receiving. And for KRC to know that they're being acknowledged and they're taking advantage, we have to let them know this is not about KRC. This is about you all. So you come back and maybe you can sneak in and teach the class and tell us what you did at home and how your child benefit, so a parent can take hold of that and take it home to them.
And like we say on the show, where every moment is an opportunity to learn, because we capitalize on all those moments, whether you're in the car, whether you're in the grocery store, to learn. So you, like you say, you go back to put those things into practice. I want to make sure that before we sign off, we bring up the website again and we remind people that they can register on the website for these classes, or they can call you directly for the Learn to Play classes at Dodgertown, correct?
Correct. And if you don't come, we're looking for you to come. But if you don't come and you're interested in that time, please let me know. I can meet you to the office.
Okay. Thank you so much. Marisha, thank you so much for joining us. I know that Nikki has also helped you establish your routines with your little ones. So we're going to have you back on the show so that you can share those routines and tips with us. Okay. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
All right, wonderful. And until next time, this is Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn.